Hey guys, what is going on? This is Travis P11. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. And today we are taking my 18-inch barreled Bear Creek Arsenal AR-47, I guess you could say, to the range. This is a dual charging model. It's chambered in 7.62x39. It does feature a side charging mechanism and your standard rear charger. We're going to be running a basic Palmetto State Armory AR-15 lower on it. I do not have a heavy-duty hammer spring installed on it, so we'll just see how well it runs. It does have Bear Creek Arsenal's enhanced firing pin in it, but if we have any issues, I do have a Black Rifle Arms firing pin that we can install if necessary. Sometimes you have some problem with the surplus ammo. We're going to be running some steel case Tula ammo to test it out. It's either 122, 123 grain. If we need to, if that doesn't work, we can try some Red Army Standard and then also some Wolf with a lead core bullet. One of my favorite 7.62x39 rounds. Again, we'll just be shooting at distances of 25 and 50 yards, running a primary arms basic classic red dot up on the top, non-magnified, and we will see how good she runs. Now, in the nature of full disclosure, this upper was sent to me from Bear Creek Arsenal for free for testing, and so we're just going to be bringing you these tests. If we have any issues at all, you guys are going to see it happen on camera. You know that I try to maintain a channel of honesty and integrity, and whenever these products fail, you do see it happen. So as you can see, the rifle is cleared. Let's get her packed up and let's head out to the range. One more thing I forgot to mention here, if you use discount code TravisP11, you will save 5% off any 7.62x39, 5.56 or 223 Wild on the Bear Creek Arsenal website. So head on over to their website, check it out, use discount code TravisP11, and you will save 5% off your total. All right, let's get to the range. Okay, so I know you guys are ready to see some shooting footage, okay? But here's the deal. Got on the firing line, got ready to go. I was just zeroing the gun, pulled the trigger the first time, and click. The gun did not go off, so I went ahead and pulled the round out, noticed that it didn't have any kind of primer ping on the primer whatsoever from the firing pin, chambered another round, pulled the trigger a second time, and clicked, the gun didn't go off. So what happened is at some point here in those first two trigger pulls, or first trigger pull, the tip actually just broke off the firing pin. It's actually just kind of crusty and jagged on the top there. Well, this is just a standard 5.56 firing pin, and you can see how we have that little tiny tip on there. There's maybe about 1/8 of an inch up on the top there. Well, that is gone from the Bear Creek Arsenal firing pin. So if you're going to run the 7.62x39, this is the third time I've seen this happen now, between this upper and another family member's upper. I'm going to recommend you guys go get yourself a Black Rifle Arms enhanced firing pin. It's the enhanced plus firing pin. I've showed this off on my channel before. I'm getting nothing from Black Rifle Arms to tell you about this, except it's going to make your range trip much more enjoyable when the gun actually goes off. So, top left corner, 3 shots of Tula. Okay, we're going to shift over to the right-hand side. We'll do 3 rounds of the Red Army Standard ammo. You can do. Okay, all right, bottom right corner. We're going to go with that Wolf. And again, these are just the 20-round C Products Defense Duramags that we're running. No issues whatsoever. Lock back on open. Again, handles nice and tight. That's good. We'll take a look at the targets when we get back home. Let's go ahead and shift everything down to 50 yards. I'm going to do a little re-zero calibration, and we'll go from there. Hang tight. All right, guys, here we go, 50 yards. I still may need to make some windage adjustments, but we're going to go for tightness of group here. Should be pretty good. Again, top left corner is going to be Tula, top right corner is going to be Red Army Standard, bottom right corner is going to be that Wolf. I've got all 9 rounds loaded up in the magazine. We're all set to go. And let's go ahead and see how she does. Again, we're just trying to see how well the carbine functions. Any issues at all so far, it's been flawless, with the exception of the firing pin issue. And when we get back to the house and after we take a look at the groups, I'm going to show you the pins a little bit up close, and I'll show you what it did to that round when it broke that tip off, so to kind of give you an idea what to look for if you happen to run into the same issue that I did. All right, here we go. All right, we'll switch over to the Red Army Standard. Okay, now the Wolf in the bottom right corner. Okay, so we are back at home from the range, and I used my caliper over here to go ahead and give you just the group sizes. A couple things I want to say first. It was 122 grain full metal jacket, Tula ammo that we used to zero it. So I had 4 shots on the 0. And then we get started with the first set of groups, and I got something I want to show you here about the firing pin and the ammo. So I don't know where the 3rd shot went. It's not down here because I had these 4 shots already completed before I started doing the group. So I doubt that I put 2 through the same hole. If I did, it would have been 0.77 of an inch. I haven't had a chance to go back and check out the rest of the video to see how things ended up. Now the RAS, Red Army Standard Ammunition, 122 grain full metal jacket, 1.182 inches. This is just 25 yards. And again, last time I'm going to say it, a red dot on orange targets does not work out really well. So next time I'm going to do black dots. It'll be easier for me to see where the centering is. But for the most part, I think we did a good job kind of keeping things contained. The Wolf, this is what the Wolf ammo is that I use. Hopefully that'll show up in camera for you. 123 grain full metal jacket, but this is lead core. Okay, this is not like a bimetal bullet, whatever you call it. It's an actual full lead core, non-magnetic round, which is pretty cool. You can shoot that indoors if you want to. Bought this stuff a couple of years ago. Really good stuff. 0.604. Okay, I thought that was not bad considering just how inexpensive the optic is on top of it. Now, I don't know how well this is going to show up, but the firing pin, the little dome, the end of the pin here is gone. So that's what broke off of it. I don't know if you can zoom in a little bit for you here so you can see it maybe a little bit better, but it looks like it just kind of shattered. It just broke right off the end of it. This was a round that did it. This was a basic round of Tula that we were shooting. Very tiny little light primer strike on it. And then after that, it didn't go off because it ejected the round. I kept the round and then pulled the firing pin immediately, went back home, and then waited a couple weeks before we came back out. Now, this is what it should look like. This is your healthy firing pin. This is the Black Rifle Arms firing pin, hitting the same line of ammo, you know, the Tula ammo. It's nice, decent dimple, how it's supposed to look, right? So this was me doing just the kind of the zeroing before I started filming. Not bad, not bad. All right, let's go and check out 50 yards and see what happened. Did things open up a bit? Did they not? I'm very happy with the carbine, with the rifle, aside from the firing pin issue here. You get past that part, just get yourself the Black Rifle Arms firing pin, and I'm not endorsed by them. I don't have any kind of an affiliate code. I don't get anything from them at all. But if you call them up and let them know, they'll say, oh yeah, you probably have one of those Bear Creek firing pins. So they're going to tell you what you need, all right? So back to the Tula, 1.6 inches. I forgot to circle the groups here. I do need to make some windage adjustments again, going back out there. The RAS ammo, 0.611, not bad. That's a pretty good performance. This is 50 yards. So these are my first shots when I was re-zeroing at 50, and then I adjusted my elevation, and it was right here at this level, and then it was a little bit under actually, brought it back up, adjusted windage a little bit, still a little bit off to the right, but I decided just to go ahead and go with it because at least we're going to be on the target. And then the Wolf over here, 0.849. So, I mean, yeah, that's not bad. Very consistent across the board. So the point is that it'll cycle this ammo. You should be good. You just got to watch out for that firing pin. And I've showed this before in my Bear Creek Arsenal 7.62x39mm upper videos. I've mentioned this before. This is nothing new. So it's kind of up to you to decide what you want to do. You know, the firing pins are about $15, $16 delivered, I think, if you want one. Maybe a little bit more than that, but not much. Just order 2 and you'll be set. You don't have to worry about it, okay? All right, so let's bring it back for a few final words. All right, guys, so that wraps it up with our initial range test of the Bear Creek Arsenal 18-inch dual charging upper with the Palmetto State Armory lower. You know, I mean, it performed really well. I can't complain about it. We had some solid groups just running just standard steel case ammo, nothing too fancy through it. You know, if you stick with that 122, 123 grain range area, I think you're going to be in pretty good shape with this particular barrel, with this particular upper. I did kind of alternate between using the side charger and also the rear charger when I loaded the first round with those magazines when we were doing the shooting at the range. And both of those chargers, it's nice to have both options. I'm happy to report that this charging handle is nice and tight, no problems whatsoever. Just make sure you retorque it. Don't overdo it, but it will just lock right into place, much better than the Gen 1 charging levers that we're used to. I will definitely say that. And it's nice having that second option if you need it. I mean, does it add some extra complexity or maybe some extra weight to it? Maybe just a little tiny bit, and it does put you in there with a proprietary bolt. You could probably swap it out for a different bolt without the charging handle and then just use the rear charger. I don't know, but I'm not going to do any kind of modifications at this time. But again, just remember, guys, if you use my discount code TravisP11, you will get 5% off any 7.62x39, 5.56, or 223 Wild upper over on the Bear Creek Arsenal website. Now, I don't get any kind of affiliate money back for that whatsoever. Just Bear Creek tracks that to see how effective my discount code is. So if you happen to buy one and you want to save 5%, go ahead and do it. Not sure if it can be combined with any other offers, no guarantees, but it will take it off the top, so you're all set to go. So this is Travis P11. I want to thank you guys for watching. We'll probably take this out again at some point, maybe put an optic on the top, maybe something magnified, possibly try it with like a prism scope or something. And again, you can get this as a complete rifle or just the upper by itself. 18-inch barrel is a little bit hefty. It's a little bit front heavy, but man, I mean, recoil was very minimal. Just standing there shooting it, you could just shoot the thing all day. It's just awesome. One thing I am gonna do though, there's so much up here in the front, so much mall ninja going on up here, that I'm going to move back the grip, probably one space a little bit to kind of bring the balance a little bit back more towards me instead of having it all the way out there. Very aggressive front. I'm sure that works well if you're like storming buildings or something, but just kind of plinking around at the range, it just gets a little heavy after, a couple hours. But anyway, had a great time. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. And don't forget to check out Caliber Corner, which is a podcast that we do Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. over here on YouTube. Make sure you check it out, 8 a.m. Central Time. We talk guns and ammo. But in the meantime, I want you guys to have fun. I want you to be safe. And as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, take care, guys. Bye-bye.